My opponent is the audience. My job is to beat them up as bad as I can, and I'm just beating them up with jokes instead of gloves.
His eye took over the interview. His eye was on TV going, oh, I'll tell you what happened. First of all, Mitch is lying. Mike Tyson walked in the store minding his own damn business. Someone wants me to come out of stand-up retirement.
Hey, Steve. Bruce and Cheech from the Comedy Club Stardom in Birmingham, Alabama. You remember in 1989? We gave you your first headlining gig. Remember this? I'll tell you what happened. That was the funniest damn ever. We love you, brother.
Nobody else never let me headline. They wouldn't hire me. He was the first guy, him and his wife, that believed in me.
From a young age, Steve Harvey knew that he wanted to be on TV. He held fast to his dream, against all odds for a stuttering African-American boy in the 1960s. His unrelenting pursuit formed one of Harvey's life philosophies. You have to dream big and believe that you will succeed. Steve Harvey was born on January 17, 1957, in Welch, West Virginia, as Broderick Stephen Harvey. He is the son of Jesse Harvey, a coal miner, and his wife, Eloise Vera Harvey, a Sunday school teacher. He grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and remains a Cleveland man at heart. Steve's family didn't have much, but their lives were full with their faith. Before Harvey achieved his stardom, he made a promise to God that if he made it, he would thank him and spread the word. Harvey honors that promise by thanking God at the end of every show and by sharing his gratitude with the audience. Harvey's entry into comedy was a leap of faith. He was encouraged to perform at an open mic comedy night in 1985. Harvey brought down the house, and the next day he quit his job to pursue his dream. As Harvey says, you have to jump and take a leap of faith in order to soar. The road to success was not an easy one. It left Harvey homeless, living in his car and traveling the country for performances. In 1990, he won a national comedy competition which led to his big break on Showtime at the Apollo. From that moment on, Harvey's career took off. Today, Steve Harvey remains known as the busiest man in Hollywood. But in addition to his work on screen, radio, stage and print, Harvey is a dedicated mentor and an inspiring motivator to his fans. Comedy. Harvey began his career doing stand-up comedy in the mid-1980s. In 2006, Harvey released the popular DVD, Don't Trip, He Ain't Through With Me Yet. Due to the overwhelming demand, he released another comedy special on DVD in 2008, entitled Steve Harvey, Still Trippin', to critical acclaim. On August 2, 2012, Harvey performed his final stand-up act at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, ending a 27-year career as a stand-up comedian. The 2-hour performance was broadcast live on pay-per-view, FM radio. Harvey began his radio career in the year 2000. His show, The Steve Harvey Morning Show, airs on more than 100 radio stations nationally and reaches over 6 million weekly listeners. The Steve Harvey Morning Show is the most listened to syndicated morning show in America. TV. His stand-up success eventually led to an 8-year stint as host of It's Showtime at the Apollo. Harvey hit the big screen in movies such as Love Don't Cost a Thing, You Got Served, Johnson Family, Vacation, and Madea Goes to Jail. From hosting Showtime at the Apollo, Harvey became a household name. In addition to Showtime at the Apollo, his hosting career includes The Steve Harvey Show, Family Feud, Celebrity Family Feud, NFL Honors, and numerous others. Harvey is one of the only hosts to appear on competing networks at the same time. Harvey began hosting Family Feud in 2010. Under Harvey, the show achieved record high ratings and became the first nationally syndicated TV series to increase its ratings from 7 consecutive years. In 2015, Harvey began hosting Miss Universe, which propelled his career internationally. In 2017, he also began hosting New Year's Eve with Steve Harvey live on Fox. In 2019, Steve Harvey announced that he was moving his eponymous daytime talk show to Facebook Watch. Steve on Watch launched in January 2020 and continues to entertain audience across the Facebook platform. In 2019, Harvey also announced taking Family Feud to Africa. The show is filmed in South Africa and welcomes families from South Africa to play. The show began airing in 2020, quickly achieving recognition as the #1 show in South Africa, and today is one of the most popular shows airing in Africa. In 2021, Harvey announced his courtroom comedy series for ABC. Harvey will welcome real-life people into his courtroom to rule on conflicts ranging from family disputes and sour friendships to actual small claims. The new series is set to air the first quarter of 2022. Harvey is one of the most recognizable and sought-after celebrities in the world. His relatable, honest, and inspiring personality has made him one of the most trusted personalities in media. 178 million US viewers welcome Steve Harvey into their homes on a yearly basis. That is over 55% of the total US population. Author. In addition to his wide-ranging accomplishments as an entertainer, Harvey is also a best-selling author. In 2009, he wrote Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. What Men Really Think About Love, Relationships, Intimacy, and Commitment, a New York Times bestseller. It inspired the 2012 movie Think Like a Man, in which he starred. In 2010, Straight Talk, No Chaser, How to Find, Keep, and Understand a Man was also a New York Times bestseller. Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success, Discovering Your Gift and the Way to Life's Riches was released in 2014. Harvey is a prolific best-selling author whose books have been translated into 30 languages around the world. Awards. Harvey has received accolades through his career. He received 14 Daytime Emmy nominations, resulting in 6 Daytime Emmy Awards. Harvey was also nominated for 1 Primetime Emmy as the host of Little Big Shots. In addition to his Emmys, Mr. Harvey has received 10 NAACP Image Awards and a total of 14 nominations. In 2014 and again in 2017, he received 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Game Show Host and Outstanding Talk Show Host. He was the first double-winning host ever. In 2013, he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Steve Harvey Global. Harvey's success has resulted in one of the most prolific brands in Hollywood. In 2017, he launched Steve Harvey Global (SHG), uniting his various businesses under one roof and one vision. Philanthropy and family life. Harvey is an active humanitarian and philanthropist. He and his wife, Marjorie, founded the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation in 2010, which helps under-resourced communities receive the tools for success. Through the foundation, they have launched several mentoring programs, including the Steve Harvey Mentoring Program for young men and girls who rule the world. The Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation impacts thousands of families yearly through mentoring programs, education, and financial assistance. In addition to their own foundation, Mr. and Mrs. Harvey dedicate time and resources to like-minded charities that further their cause. Steve and Marjorie Harvey are devoted to their family of 7 children and 7 grandchildren, Mr. Harvey's proudest accomplishment. Thank you for sticking around to this time. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and if you've been here already, please give us a thumbs up, as this will help our channel grow. Stick around for more content like this. Thank you, and see you in our next video.